Bidirectional charging, is it the future or is it just another tech dream? I mean, think about it. Over the years, there have been thousands, maybe even millions of products that were supposed to change everything, but never really made it to market. Or if they did, they just never caught on. So is bidirectional charging one of those, or is this the beginning of a major shift in how we store and use energy? To get a real answer, let's look at two of the biggest players, Ford and Tesla, because both of them have launched vehicles with bidirectional capabilities. But here's the thing, they approach the problem completely different. And the way they did it might tell us whether this is a passing fad or the foundation of the future. Let's start with Ford. When they launched the F-150 Lightning, they didn't just market it as an electric truck. They partnered with Delta Electronics and SunRun and made it part of a complete home backup solution. Here's how it works. The Lightning uses DC coupled system. The truck's battery pushes DC power into a hybrid inverter mounted on your wall, which then converts it to AC to run your home. That inverter is doing the heavy lifting, not the vehicle. On top of that, Ford's setup includes a massive 20 kilowatt AC charger. Now, Ford hasn't exactly published a here's how it all works step-by-step manual, but the way it's designed makes me think you could charge the truck from solar while also backing up your home, though I'm not 100% sure. And that's a big deal because it means the Lightning isn't just a vehicle, it's part of a whole home energy ecosystem. By keeping the inverter outside the truck, Ford made the system easier to service and potentially more universal for other EVs down the line. All a manufacturer would really need to do is a software update to make their cars compatible with this DC setup. Now, let's look at Tesla. With the Cybertruck, Tesla took the opposite approach. Instead of relying on an external inverter, Tesla built the inverter directly into the vehicle. What does this mean for you? Well, it means the Cybertruck is basically a Powerwall on wheels. The inverter used in the Cybertruck is essentially the same one used in Tesla's Powerwall 3, and it can push out 11.5 kilowatts of continuous backup power. That's more than enough to run your lights, fridge, and even start up a large HVAC system. It's plug-and-play simplicity. Park your Cybertruck in the driveway, plug in with the Tesla Universal Wall Connector, and your house is backed up. No complicated hybrid inverter mounted on the wall, no separate DC charger, just the truck doing the work, and Tesla's Cybertruck plays nicely with the Powerwall and solar, so you can recharge the vehicle during the day while powering your home during that pesky outage. But here's the catch. Because the inverter is inside the vehicle, it's also taking on more stress. If you're using the Cybertruck heavily as a home backup system, you're putting a lot of cycles on that onboard inverter. And down the road, if it fails, that raises some big warranty questions. Are you covered if the failure wasn't from driving, but from running your house during an outage? That's still a gray area. So which system is better? Ford's DC coupled approach or Tesla's AC coupled design? Ford's solution puts the strain on an external inverter that's easy to service. Tesla's solution puts the power directly in the truck, which is simpler for the user, but harder to maintain if something goes wrong. Both systems add more cycles to the EV battery, and that means more wear and tear than if the vehicle was just being used for driving. And this is where the big question comes in. Is the convenience worth the trade-offs? It's not just Ford and Tesla experimenting here. Enphase has been showcasing bidirectional charging in Europe. Franklin Hall Home demoed it here in the United States, even using a Ford Lightning, though technically they did it through the generator port on the F-150, not the EV charging port. That's more of a workaround than a true bidirectional, but it still showed what's possible. Wallbox is another company working on a solution. I actually talked to them a few years back at RE+, and while they didn't reveal all the details, it's clear this is something a lot of manufacturers are chasing. So it's not just hype, this is a space that's gaining serious attention. Now, let's zoom out, because while powering your home from your EV is exciting, the bigger opportunity is vehicle to grid, or V2G. Imagine this, during the day, your EV charges from solar. At night, instead of just sitting in the garage, it powers your home. Then during peak demand hours, when electricity prices are highest, your EV actually pushes energy back to the grid. You're not just saving money, you're earning it. That's the dream of virtual power plants, VPPs. Thousands of EVs and home batteries all working together to stabilize the grid and reduce the need for massive new infrastructure. But let's be real, there are concerns. Many EV owners worry about draining their vehicle so low, backing up their house, that they can't drive it. That's a legitimate fear. And that's where I think series hybrids could come back into the picture. A series hybrid is an EV with an onboard generator. So even if the battery runs low, the generator kicks in to keep powering your home, assuming it's parked outside, or your car to drive off in. That eliminates range anxiety and makes the whole idea of vehicle to home backup a lot more practical. So here's where I land on this. Bidirectional charging is not just some pipe dream, it's real. It's here, it's slowly gaining traction, but it's not ready to replace your home battery today. The technology is new, the warranties are untested, and the manufacturers are still figuring out the best approach. That said, the potential is enormous. Ford, Tesla, Enphase, Franklin, Wallbox, they're all building the foundation for a future where your car isn't just a car, it's part of your home's energy system and part of the grid itself. So is bidirectional charging the future? Yes, but like any new technology, it's going to take time. And in the meantime, if you want reliable storage for your home, batteries like the Powerwall, Enphase, or Franklin are proven solutions that are available today. If you want to learn more about storage, solar, or even how these new EV technologies could fit into your home, I'd love to help. Use the link down in the description to schedule a consultation or request a free quote. And if you found this video helpful, make sure to subscribe so you don't miss the next one. Because the future of backup power isn't just about batteries. It's about building a smarter energy system where your home, your car, your community all work together. Thanks for watching. Let's keep building the future of energy one step at a time.